no flex. Flex, the live is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed. Drew Titan Bros on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Let's get to this roll call. I got to end on time because I got a lot of things to do today. And we're just going to politic and BS today. I just have a question. That's all. So let's do this roll call. Stormy in here with everything. Salute to you, good brother. Yes, sir. Mr. Tiptoe, Bernard Gilbert, Jalen Hudson, Mark Wonderlick, my brother from Utah. Tay, good morning. Columbia in the building. One Deep, my brother. Mac of the South in the building. I Rock, my brother. Salute. Eric Jordan in the building. Sid Mark. Eric O. True Boxer Knight. 88, my brother. 88, always supporting. Steve L. the Mac. Hey, bro. I needed you on that panel, bro. I just wanted to hear your that panel last night, man. That was I didn't expect to stay that long, but it got interesting. But that was real funny, man. That was real funny. Shout out to the No 304 show. Y'all go subscribe. Hard Truths Blue. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's a hell of a thing he got going on over there. It's not a boxing channel. You know what I'm saying? The brother Ali. Salute to all the queens that was on the panel. We had a pretty dope discussion, man. Pretty dope discussion. That was really good. The general was on there. It was very nice, man. Shamar, what's going on? Unique Dawn in the building. Squabble, what's going on? My brother K-Rod in the building. Charles Toon, what up? Sam Mack. Eric Jordan early in that super chat. He says Deebo Dev got the power and fury of what? The ninja sword.
Give power to my nigga sword!
Yes, sir. For our sniper. Salute. Let's get to it. I just have a question. A lot of my brothers and sisters, when they have topics on their show, it inspires me to do my morning shows. And I just have a question based on the current atmosphere of boxing today and with the current track record of Teofimo Lopez and Shakur. DOG, salute. In your opinion, when this fight's over, whoever wins, do they fight Devin Haney? That's just my question this morning. Is the winner of this fight doing what pretty much, well, I know Teofimo said that. He told me to my face. I said, was this the plan? The fight, you know, you removed the match from Devin at 135 when it was the undisputed was right there for y'all. You said no to that. Fine, that's over now. Mac of the South, new member of the Stronghouse. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. So he told me the fight has motion now, right? I said, does it? He said, well, it has motion, right? I said, well, does it? He said, well, I'm asking you. I said, no, well, I'm asking you. And we went back and forth, and he says, well, you know, so I asked him, was that the whole plan to remove yourself? And I had to be careful with, you know, because these guys are sensitive, to remove yourself from the Devin Haney situation. Although you was in control, you had 3 belts, you removed yourself from that, right? And spin the block, and now the Haney fight's bigger. He said, well, it has motion. But guess what? You don't have a crystal ball. You didn't know that things was going to end up the way they ended up. You didn't know that Devin was going to be at 147. You didn't know that Devin was going to go through that nonsense with Ryan Garcia, and it was going to get overturned and a bit of justice was going to be served. You didn't know that Turki Al-Sheikh was going to get into this business. You didn't foresee any of that. And then I was going to ask him, well, if that you wouldn't even be in this fight if you have taken 11 million, because that's the number we got. That's the number we got. The public got. We heard 11 million to fight Devin Haney, and you declined that, and you didn't even bother to clarify that to say, well, no, I'm sorry, you did clarify that, TFEMO. You said, it's not that I don't have confidence in my skill set. You said, I just don't want to have that type of fight with Devin running around the ring. Whether he's literally wearing track shoes and running from you with his back turned the whole night, $11 million was there for you. That was the word. It was free money. And you didn't take it. I was about to cook this dude. But then security shut down the dam. It was crazy. It was crazy. I was really going to cook this dude. But they shut the damn interview down twice. Twice, not once, twice. Because I was about to give him this work. Politely. You got to scream and holler. I was just going to ask questions. And they saw me about to do it. He didn't foresee this future. In fact, we all know what you said, Tio. Had you beat George Kambosos, you were going to drop the belts. And when you was asked, why was you going to do that? You specifically said it's a harder route for Devin to become champion. So it's no longer about business. It's definitely not about breaking bread with your fellow boxing brother, Devin Haney. It's no longer about that. It's about trying to derail him from moving forward and making it a hard path for him, regardless whether you win or lose. That's what that is. And you said it out loud. And I had my other phone on me, and I had all of his videos queued up on that phone. Because the moment he said no, I was going to play the video. Nah, bro, this is you. You said this. I was going to quote him. If he said no, I didn't say it, I was like, no. I was going to be like, no. This is you. This is you. From 2018, this is you. You said this. This was you after the Kambosos fight. You said this, man. This Shakur thing just popped up. You could have been fought Devin. Could have fought him after Loma. Then you want to play games with Triller. Oh, I never made $1 million. Now we're going to go to Triller and make $1 million, and we got J-Lo. Then you went in there, effed around, and lost to Kambosos. And then you openly admit, had you have won, you was going to drop the belts. Because you know Devin is trying to go belt collecting, because what that does is that makes the resume look great. And that's just what great fighters do. All you Johnny Come Lately fans, y'all let Floyd Mayweather tell y'all, oh, when belts, they just collect dust. Or they collect dust. Oh, okay. But he damn sure was running around talking about he was undisputed. Shout out to the WBC who changed that rule the moment that he got his hand raised versus Lomachenko. They couldn't backtrack on that because once Kambosos beat him, they had to give it to him. They had to. And you had to pay a fee on that. Exactly, Stormy. Exactly. They invented a new status. You paid a fee on it, and then you effed around and lost it in the ring. All you had to do was win, T.O. You failed. You messed that up. Devin had nothing to do with that. Talking about your throat collapsed. Nobody want to say T.O. was making excuses, though. You see how these things are reserved for certain fighters? Excuse making. And T.O. said his throat collapsed. He almost died. That's what he said. Crazy work. Shout out to fool-ass Earthman in that super chat. He says, Drew Titan, fam, salute, my brother.
You fool-ass Earthman.
Salute. Thank you. So what I'm doing this morning, I'm laying the groundwork for these guys. I'm reminding y'all, BVO, salute. I'm laying the groundwork for these guys. I'm reminding you who they are. Any Tiafimo fans in here? Any detractors watching right now? Would you like to come up in here and say that I'm wrong about that? Did I lie on him? I'm not even talking bad about him. I'm telling you what he did. All the way to the point where I asked him. Finally got to ask him. I finally got to ask him. Insecurity saw me bubbling. My smile got, you remember that? You remember the Grinch? You remember the Grinch? Where he had that slow, big smile? When Tio was talking, my smile got bigger and bigger and bigger. And I noticed there was 2 security guards looking at me. They're like, uh-oh, what's he about to do? I just started cheesing. I said, I'm about to get this. He has no idea. And I'm filming with one phone, and I had my other phone in my pocket, and I had 3 of his videos queued up and audio. I had 2 videos and one piece of audio. And I was gonna be like, no, bro, this is you? This ain't you saying this? Hold on, I got video. This isn't you right here? This was before AI. This was 2018. This isn't you? So we're supposed, if you, let's say you dominate Shakur and smoke him. Everybody's gonna, because anybody that beats up anybody between 140 and 147, they always got to say, oh, well, he'll beat Devin. They always do that. You know what I say? Great. Prove it. You'd like to see it? You know what? I'd like to see it too, because we all know Devin's not going to say no. Prove it. Super Matias got his ass handed to him. Right? He'll beat Devin. Great. Prove it. Eddie Hearn's hiding everything from Devin right now. And here we are. What do we always say? Great. Prove. Can you prove it? He's chinny. He's a runner. He's pillow-fisted. He has PTSD. Fine. He has a whole list out with a bunch of names. Nobody fighting. All we're saying is prove it. Floyd Mayweather says belts collect dust. These fan bases, whether you're a Tank fan, whether you're a Shakur fan, y'all ran around with that. When he said it, y'all ran around with that. Meanwhile, when it's time to get busy in the ring, y'all start talking about mandatories. What, a mandatory for the belt? So you're defending a belt that collects dust? Let the belt go. People pay to see you, right? What you paying the sanctioning fee for then? Dump the belt. If you're bigger than the belt, dump the belt. Case in point, Jake Paul ain't got no belt. I remember Mauricio Silliman saying, whoever wins the fight between Tommy Fury and Jake Paul, we're ranking them at cruiserweight. Remember that? What happened? Jake lost, and nobody said, well, is Tommy Fury, he got a fight coming up or what? No, ain't no one checking for him. Anthony Joshua made $93 million. I'm not talking about how much he kept. Let's talk about the number we knew. Anthony Joshua made $93 million. There was no belt involved. And here's the funny part. Y'all devalued the belts. And I'm talking about Floyd Mayweather with this bullshit that they're always talking about. And, you know, y'all enabled all of that nonsense. The belts don't matter. They don't pay the bills. Fine, man. Fine. You devalued the belts, and here comes Turkey Al Sheikh with real money, saying, you know what? I will pay y'all like y'all champions. We just got to get these fights on and popping. I'm trying to make boxing big over here. It's the perfect storm. Boxing doesn't have a network anymore. No more Fox. No more ESPN, no more NBC, no more ABC, no more CBS. It's over with. It's on Netflix now. And don't look now, TKO just signed Jai Opetaia and Alexander Usyk. It's over for y'all. It's over for y'all. Y'all complain about Turkey Al-Sheikh and y'all don't even realize y'all created that monster. This is y'all fault. But never mind that, because you know who's eating off of that? Who's eating off of that plate? Devin. That's why you're mad. Belts collect dust, don't worry about that. You can come to TKO, you can come to TKO and make your bread. But your contemporary is going to be over here. Either you fight him or you're not. Funny how when it comes to fighting your contemporary, all of a sudden y'all start talking about mandatories. All of a sudden y'all start talking about, oh, Devin got to fight a mandatory. Well, if he'll fight a mandatory if he has to. Don't get it twisted. And then they try and mystify the whole process by saying he's ducking his mandatory right now. Devin don't duck anybody. There's a list. You want to see Devin fight his mandatory? Or in a competitive fight where you feel he's going to get his head knocked off because y'all always think with y'all feelings. Y'all are like women sometimes. Is it going to happen or not? All of a sudden, belts collect dust. All right, well, fight this guy. We don't care about no belts. He's your contemporary. Oh, I got to make a mandatory defense. What? Let me tell you what will happen if out of nowhere Boots said, you know what, man? I was talking with Eddie. I told him to get this fight done. Fuck it. I'm going to come to 147. I want to fight Devin Haney. Everyone will be like, oh! And you know what they'll do? They'll look to Devin. Now, what if Devin said, yo, I got a mandatory. I got to take care of this mandatory first. What would y'all say? Oh, but he's on the list. Don't nobody want to see you fight your mandatory? Oh, now he's chasing mandatories. And then we'll say, well, if he don't fight his mandatory, he's going to get stripped. Well, belts don't matter. Oh, he ducking Boots now. He put him on the list, and now Boots saying let's run it, and now he's like, oh no. That's exactly what y'all would do. Y'all devalued the belts. Y'all running around listening to Floyd, may or may not weather. Belts don't matter. Right? Remember you said that. Question. What belt's on the line between T.O. and Shakur? Tell me in the chat. Eric Jordan, that super chat, he said the female throat collapse, ill. Miguel Jerome and the Machine ran a train on the female throat. Damn, nigga. And why throat dry out because of multiple Jesus Christ.
Bukaki.
Ew. God damn. Eric's angry this morning. I think I missed. Oh, okay, I got that. Kawhi said WBO. I'm asking, because you know what? Honestly speaking, I stopped paying attention. I really did. I'm asking because I don't know. I'm not even being funny here. Tone says the WBO junior welterweight title. Who has that? Teofimo has that? Harlem in the building. Salute, Gerard. Because I know Shakur's a champ at 35. But he's going up to 140. Teo's a champ at 140. I stopped paying attention because there's been so much undermining of these belts. St. Louis, so salute, bro. T.O.'s belt and the ring belt. J-Man says. Okay. So there's a prize with this. Okay. So do belts matter or no? Because I don't know anymore. Because right now, Devin is a champ at 47. So what they're telling me is, what we want to see is, because all of these guys came up the same way around each other. So we definitely want to see Devin versus somebody, one of these guys. We want them to fight Devin as the winner. Does that mean they're officially going to 47 after this? Mike Fleming, salute, brother. Asking for a friend. He's supposed to. Okay, so this is at this fight is not at 47. Got it. Hold on. Let me find this video real quick. Let's run it. Let's run it. Share screen. Let me remind y'all who T.O. is. Then we're going to go to Shakur.
To your female, let me ask you a question. What exactly happened with you and Devin Haney when that was brought to your attention?
It don't matter because we got Shakur Stevenson next, man.
It don't matter because we got Shakur Stevenson next. 2 seconds into this question, he's already uncomfortable.
Honestly, I'm just excited because now all the roads lead to a bigger fight between me and Haney.
All the roads lead to a bigger fight between me and Haney. Will, salute, Will. That's what he just said, right?
Can you say, yep?
A bigger fight towards Haney?
Makes sense now, right? Yeah.
It makes sense now, right? Like this was the plan all along.
Does it?
Has momentum, right?
It has momentum, right? That's what he's saying to me.
Does it?
Got motion, right?
I'm asking you, does it?
But you gotta answer my question.
No, I'm asking you though.
Whole time, my smile is getting bigger and bigger. And mind you, I got the phone on my chest. He's a little dude.
I know, and then I asked you.
No, but I asked you first.
And then I said it makes motion.
Motion? So this is a part of your major plot. This is a part of your plot. Put off Devin, fight Shakur, and spin the block and go back to Devin.
Got motion, right?
Yeah, I just put that idea in his head. Dude, you was ducking Devin this whole time. If you can get your whole career, for your whole career, if you can get away from Devin, you will do it. And I'm telling you right now, coach in the building, salute. I'm telling you right now, he could smoke Shakur. He's not fighting Devin, bro. First of all, I predict, and you know what? Watch this, y'all. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But if let's say he smokes, let's say he hit Shakur with some shit, and we've never seen him before. Shakur get clipped and he don't recover and it's over. Let's say it's Roy Jones versus Antonio Tarver 2. Second round, bing, fight over. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, Devin's next. I'm gonna be like, yup, let's get it. Hell, Devin gonna jump up in the ring because he's gonna be in attendance. Bill and Dev gonna jump up in the ring. Yup, this is what we wanted. Let's run it. He's gonna say, yeah. He's gonna do the Richardson Hitchens thing. Yeah. F y'all, N-words, but he's gonna mean N-words. F y'all, yeah, let's run it. And when the dust settles, you know what he's gonna start saying? I'm the A-side. Look what I did to Shakur. Nobody's ever done that to him. If he wants to fight, why don't he come back down to 140? It's going to be that kind of thing. Well, I'm the A side. I should do that. But Turkey's his man. He's not going to let him do that. It's a Muslim thing. And we're going to have to play that game all the rest of 2026. Watch what I tell you. That's part of the reason why I want Shakur to win. And I don't trust him either. We'll get to that in a minute. I don't trust this guy based off of his track record. I don't trust him to do the right thing by way of boxing. He will drop whatever belt he wins. They already offered this man $11 million to fight Devin. He said no. And when he was asked why, he said, "Oh, I don't like that style." What style? What do you mean? It's boring? It's $11 million, man. Let's go back to it.
All right, thank you guys.
Got motion.
Yeah, see, he still got motion. No, it don't. I mean, it shut that shit down because I was about to get him.
What else? Everybody good?
He said, "That's it, guy." He's asking, "Everybody else good?" No, I'm not done, bro. So I left and I went over to Eddie Hearn. So he's asked about Bud and how they stripped him because he ain't paid the fees. I went back over there.
Regardless of whether Mauricio didn't want to or not, he did not pay for the sanctioning belt. So by default, he got stripped, so it became unified. If they could do it with me with my super WBC belt, then
The franchise he's talking about. It's not a super belt. It was the franchise.
why not? And I paid for that sanctioning belt.
So by default, was you undisputed at 35?
Oh, bro, ain't no thank you. I had a follow-up question. And that security guard came and shielded him again, and they shut it down when I came back over there.
T.O.
All right, thank you guys.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys.
I promise you, the next time he sees me coming, he ain't gonna want to talk to me. I know, and I never asked Punch, but I know, I have a suspicion. He spoke to Punch and was like, "Who was that guy?" Yeah, go to my channel, T.O. I call you everything but the son of God, but you know what? You won't call me a liar, because I'm just documenting what you said.
Of the Lamont Roach and Pitbull.
How is he really undisputed? Look at that. At 35, Teofimo had the WBO, the IBF, and the WBA. Devin Haney had the real belt. And it specifies Teofimo Lopez Jr. is the WBC franchise champion. Franchise champion. It's not a real belt. Drew, it's a real belt. Where is it? Where is it? Where's the real belt? Tell me. Where's that? All right, shut up. This is where he messed up. This is where he messed up. He blew this fight. And this was pivotal. This right here was when God was talking. Because one thing I'll give George is, although he was being an asshole, at least he fought Devin twice. Tio didn't fight him once. Not once. So no one foreseen this coming. No one saw this coming. But here's the deal. Had he won, what if he won? You'll hear it yourself.
We just get a
Listen, had he had won, just listen.
Haney Cambosa. Who you think wins that fight, brother?
Oh, fuck. No, it's a main fight for Haney. Yeah.
In what way? What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Oh, the whole shit was a scheme, bro.
Now everything is a scheme. Now everything is a scheme. Now, why would he say that? Don't worry, I'll play that for you, why he would say that. But listen to him.
They had the zone. I was on the zone platform. They gave it to Cambosis because they knew what I was going to do with it.
They gave it to Cambosis because they know. No, Cambosis outboxed your ass. They didn't give it to him. He beat you. He earned that. And I don't F with Cambosis, but we all saw the fight. He earned that. They didn't give it to him. But why would he assume corruption? Just keep listening.
They knew what I was going to do. I was going to drop him. Then it's a longer process for Devin to become, quote unquote, undisputed.
You see that? You best believe I had this queued up in my other phone. You best believe I had this queued up. I was going to play it to him. Or I know, Stormy. The next time it's in a situation where people are talking to him and he sees my big ass walking, they're going to close up shop immediately. I'm be chasing him like old school paparazzi because I have questions. Now you heard what this cat just said. I'll bring it back. Listen to what he says. Listen to what he says.
Zone. I was on the zone platform. They gave it to Cambosis because they knew what I was going to do with it. They knew what I was going to do. I was going to drop him. Then it's a longer process for Devin to become, quote unquote, undisputed.
Why are you worried about Devin becoming undisputed? You know why? He's trying to prohibit that accolade because he couldn't do it. He tried to get the shortcut. He had the help of the WBO because he was fighting on ESPN with Bob Arum. The WBC, they created a franchise status, gave it to Loma, TO won, and then they changed the rules in mid-fight, making it transferable because what people won't, what these airheads don't tell you is that the original rules was it's a special privilege. That concept was a special privilege. You can move up and down in weight, but you don't lose it. And my only thing was then just make the concept, make it a trophy or something. Why would you make it in the form of a belt? K-Rod says, Drew, did I ever tell you I ran into T.O. on my birthday when I visited Miami in the past at a boxing event in 2024? When T.O. looked at me, he started to think he knew who I was. Oh, word? I don't know. These dudes be, they be online. They know who we are. They know who we are. A lot of them know who we are. They got people in their DMs. You need to watch this channel. Watch this guy. If you ever see this guy, I promise you, T.O., if he sees me coming, he'll never speak. He gonna try and get away. He ain't gonna get away. Oh, Stormy, they ain't gonna have no choice. I'm too big. That's one thing about these presses. I'm tall. It'll be like a movie. I'll be moving people out the way. I'll be in the crouch position. And then when I get right there, I'll just stand up and I'll be towering over him with my phone out. And I'll ask questions. You cannot miss me. I can't hide. Yeah, Stormy, that's interesting. You know why? They'll try and get my credentials removed, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. My name wasn't on that. My name wasn't on that credential. Somebody else got it for me. Yep. And I have other means. And you're right. But I have other means of getting in. Because we're connected. Brothers UK, salute. Del Rev, salute. Yep. But we're not doing anything crazy. We're not like screaming on them or harassing them. We just asking questions. And see what he did right here? What he did right here, he said this. This was unprovoked. What do I always say, family? Just let people talk. Let them talk. They're going to tell you everything you need to know. Let them talk. That's it. Let them talk. You'll be fine. You will be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I love it. This is a gem right here. The focus was on Devin Haney, disrupting what Devin Haney was trying to accomplish. Not, hey, I blew it, I need to move on. I got to move on from 35 because my throat collapsed and I can't make the weight anymore. You know, whatever happens at 35 is none of my business. I'm moving on to 140. I got Sando Martin and I got this guy and I got that guy. You know, I'm going to try and beat up Regis Prograis and take his belt. So by the time anybody from 35 comes to 40, they got to see me. He didn't say that. He said right here in this video, right here, he said, Main Biker, Son of Tank, salute. You know what? I'll play it for you. I'll play it for you again.
Because they know what I was going to do with it. They knew what I was going to do. I was going to drop him. Then it's a longer process for Devin to become, quote unquote, undisputed.
Once you lost your shit to George Kambosos, why are you concerned? Right? But here's the thing. He's saying that if he beat Kambosos, he was going to drop the belts to make it more of a difficult route for Devin. If you beat George, if he had beaten George, he's telling you he was never going to fight Devin. So that's the purpose of the show this morning, family. If he smokes Shakur, do you trust him to fight Devin? Do you trust him? He's been doing this. He's been doing this.
It's all a game, man. They pay that shit.
Isn't it gonna be tough to win in Australia though? Like if it's a setup, isn't it when they set it up in America, not Australia, where
He's saying that they set it up for Devin to win in fucking Australia. Are you kidding me?
why is
Everything's already made.
Everything's already made. So he's the victim in that.
Everything. I had to see that for myself.
Dude, you lost to Kambosos, bro. You lost that fight. And he got so mad, he went on a racist tirade on ESPN. They cater to the black fighters. It's something I see in our industry. What are you talking about, dude?
So they already knew who won before they even fucking announced it.
He's the victim now. You see what I mean?
See the tapes.
Hey, Tio, what advice would you give Dev though?
Now, American to American, what advice would you give Dev?
On what he's got to do in the ring with Kambosos. Man.
Fuck Buffalo.
There you go. There you go. Y'all trust this guy to fight Devin? Mansa Musa, my brother, salute. Y'all trust this guy to fight Devin if he smokes Shakur in 2 rounds? Everyone's gonna be foaming at the mouth. Oh, Devin's next. I'm like, bring it. Do you trust this guy to fight Devin? Because that'll be the second time the fight was hot. Now, remind you, if he beats Shakur and he starts playing games with Devin, because everyone's assuming that whoever wins this fight's fighting Devin, right? If he beats Shakur and he starts doing this scatterbrain shit, Felix, what up? Refer to my video and what he said to me. Has more emotion, right? Well, yeah. And I asked him, was this your plan the whole time? Fight Shakur, spin the block, go back to Devin, and he said it has more emotion, right? No, you just made that up, T.O., right there in real time. So I'm going to go with if he beats Shakur, I don't care if he smokes Shakur. I don't care if it's razor thin by split decision. If he beats Shakur, if his hands is raised on the 31st, he's not fighting Devin. Devin and Bill could jump in that ring, and Devin could go in there and push him like he did Loma. He's not fighting Devin Haney. I don't trust him. Pinball, Big F, salute. Minute second, salute. And let's not forget this. Listen, y'all.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad, everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all 4. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight more fights. So it is what it is, man. Talk what you got to talk, my dude. But at the end of the day, you're not becoming a world champion at 135.
That was 2018, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, that was 2018. So I'm going to ask y'all again, to you Teofimo fans that are D-watching me right now, based off of the track record, do you believe that if Tio beats Shakur that he's going to fight Devin next? I'm going to go with no. How could I believe what you say when I see what you do? This dude is a coward. This dude doesn't want any smoke. Oh, nah, K-Rod, there's been no promotion. They're promoting it now? Hey. In New York City, this is a big fight. I live out here. Ask me how many posters I've seen. You got to go further down into Midtown Manhattan when you start seeing stuff. We game all night. Salute. So I don't trust Tio. I don't trust him. And depending on how he beats Shakur, if he beats him, depending on how he does it, he's going to use that. That's why I use the example that if he knocks him out like Tarver did Roy in the second fight early, he's going to use that in the negotiations. Hey, I'm the A side. I'm the A side. I don't care. I'm the A side. Devin got to come back down to 140. I'm a champion, and look what I did. So? And he's going to start, my brother 503 in the building. He's going to start erecting all of these obstacles. So that fight don't happen. So for the betterment of boxing, I'm not even thinking about T.O., to be honest with you, because he's a coward. He's proven that. So now let's flip that coin and go over to Shakur. Do y'all trust Shakur to fight Devin Haney if he smokes T.O.? Let's say he gets the second round knockout on T.O. Let's say he outclasses and shines and makes him look worse than Oscar Valpez did. Because remember when that was supposed to be a close fight and Shakur smoked him? It wasn't even close. Knocked him down and all that. It wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. Let's say Shakur has one of those nights. Lord Sweat, real Baltimore. I repeat, real Baltimore in the building. Salute, family. Oh, nah, copper, no, I ain't see nothing. Day 7. Tank running for his life. Do y'all trust Shakur to fight Devin next? I mean, it's real shit. I mean, listen, to the Shakur fans, I know you want to. I want the winner to fight Devin. I just want to see the fight. I got Devin, but that's irrelevant. We have to see it, right? And what makes me not confident that Shakur is going to keep his? Did he give his word that Devin's going to be next? Hold on, let me dial it back. Am I missing something? Did he say after I beat T.O., Devin's next? Did he like say that out loud? Did I miss it? Let me know if he did. Because I don't see everything. That's why I got y'all there. Freedom's March, salute. Did he say that out loud? Egalitarian, salute. Did he say that? Did he hint at it? At this point, motherfucker, don't hint at nothing. Just say it out loud, man. Renzo, I agree with you. I see both of these fools when they win. Both of them will say that this win is better than anything that Devin has ever done. So I'm the A side and Devin got to come back down and wait. And that's a losing battle. Devin's not negotiating none of that shit anymore. He did that already. And y'all crucified him when he was cheated. He compromised with this cheating ass Ryan Garcia on fight night. He compromised the weight. But what we didn't agree with was drugs. And then when he wanted to get the run back, Ryan said no. But we ain't talking about that cheating ass coke sniffing professional victim. We ain't talking about him. We're talking about these dudes. Do y'all trust Shakur to fight Devin? It's funny, man. Devin has so many haters and y'all want to see him beat, but y'all don't want y'all favorite fighters in the ring with him. Why is that? Some of y'all are just cool saying, I hope Devin dies. That's what y'all do. Y'all don't want to see him in there with nobody. You got a favorite fighter? He might be your relative. You might have grown up around him. He might live up the block from you or lived up the block. You see him every day, so you support him. That's fine. Put him in there with Devin. No. Why? Because I don't like Bill. Okay. What does Devin have to do with that? Devin, he holds too much. That was the latest thing. The clinch counter. Try again. I came up watching guys like John Ruiz, guys like Vladimir Klitschko. I ain't talking about Boots. Delano, you're late. I already made the Boots analogy. That is so easy. Boots said, I want to be undisputed at 47. Devin gets there, gets a belt. Boots said, I can't make 47. Did he say that? Or did they, meaning the people around him, say that? Did Boots say, I can't make 47 anymore? Educate me. My brother 503 says, so gee, does Shakur get any credit for a T.O. Fight win? Or does he have to fight Dev first? No. My example is this. If Shakur smokes T.O., and it's not even close, first of all, he gets 110% credit for that. And make no mistake about it, I'm rooting for Shakur in this fight, just off a general principle. I don't like T.O. He's a scumbag. I don't like T.O. With that being said, I'm rooting for Shakur. And in the perfect world, salute S. Walker, I appreciate that. Not an 86, salute my brother. And in the perfect world, the winner just simply fights Devin. But I've never seen a situation, I don't think at all in boxing, where a fighter is so hated and talked so bad about, but that fighter is willing to fight everybody, and none of his contemporaries want to fight him. And then when a conversation is had, the fighter that everyone hates, he has to do everything to make the fight, meaning sacrifice his body. Come down and wait. Come up and wait. Y'all want to handicap Devin. Why? Pillowfish, Chinny, PTSD? It shouldn't matter. How could I believe what y'all say when I see what y'all do? Everybody on that list ducked them except Brian Norman Jr. And shout out to Brian Norman Jr. But everybody else ducked them, man. Gary Russell, Mr. Gary Russell ducked Devin out the pandemic. We were here for that. We made that fight. Now, let me dial it back for a second. Did Boots out his mouth, because I may have missed it, did Boots out of his own mouth say, did he say, I can't make 47 anymore? Did he say that? Or is that some shit y'all said because y'all saw him looking like a crackhead in the picture? Y'all felt he looked like a crackhead in the picture. Because I got some shit for that too. Felix Nunez in that super chat, he says, Kerr will fight Devin. He on that type of time now? Well, I have to see it. And I hope you're right, Felix. I hope you're right. I have to see it, but Shakur struck out at 35. There was no excuse for that, what he did. There was no excuse for that. Now, we want to talk about Boots looking dehydrated and crazy in that picture. I know the picture y'all talking about. But it's funny, y'all don't have that same conversation when Devin was making 35 and he's standing on a goddamn scale trying to flex, looking like Spinal from Killer Instinct. Remember that video game? The character Spinal? The skeleton? Spinal. Mike Tyson voice. Delano, I will time you out until tomorrow. You were not here. I'm going to say this one time for this broadcast. You were not here coming out of the pandemic. Bill was in my chat. Batman, Gary Russell's brother, who since died. He was murdered in the street. We tried to make that fight. We got close. Batman called me on a Sunday. I said, yo, we got a fight? What's going on? He said, nah, Slim. I said, what's going on? What happened? Yo, my pops don't want to do it. Huh? Yo, I don't know, man. Pops don't want to do it. I was like, damn. Delano, Gary Russell Jr. is a grown-ass man. His pops ain't in the ring. His pops not even in the corner coaching him. There was no excuse for that fight not to happen other than them not wanting to fight. And since then, how often have you seen Gary Russell in the last, we're in 2026 as of right now. How many times has Gary Russell been in the ring? You can count on one hand. And one of them is a loss, for Pete's sake. Please stop. Eric Jordan in that super chat, he says there's no promotion for the fight in Manhattan. There's none. Delano, shut up, man. It's a duck, bro. It's a duck. I don't want to hear it. It's a duck. It is a duck. He ducked Devin. The whole family ducked Devin. Gary Anton just running. He's bumping his gums, and he's not doing anything. From 2020 to 2026, how many times we saw Gary Russell Jr. in the ring? And I'm not talking bad about him. I met him. I chilled with him. He's a cool dude. But we talking the truth here, right? He listened to his dad. But he's a grown-ass man. Just like y'all say, oh, Devin should go away from his father. His father's ruining his career. How? There's a list. That's a good thing to do. Make the list. And only one person who wasn't even the biggest superstar on the list, one person answered the call. And y'all still pick that one person to destroy Devin. It didn't happen. All I see is the work. I keep saying that. Devin should leave Bill but he's been undisputed. Champion at 40. Now a champion at 47. Still looking to be undisputed. Tell me again what Bill Haney has done wrong. I don't hear y'all saying that about Teofimo Lopez's dad. I don't hear y'all saying that about Vasily Lomachenko's dad. I don't hear y'all saying that about, when Mikey Garcia and Robert Garcia was running around. I mean, I know they're brothers, but I don't hear y'all saying that. Mikey need to get away from Robert. I don't hear y'all saying that. His father, Aaron, salute. His father said he didn't want his son fighting Devin Haney. And there was no logical explanation. It was just no. You remember when you was doing something in the crib and you asked your mom or your pops, hey, can I do this? I go ahead. They were like, no. Why? Because I said so. There was no explanation. There was no, oh, well, we can't agree on the weight and we can't agree on the location because Devin's a road warrior. The earth is our turf. Did he not say that? Did he tell Eddie Hearn no? You ready to come to Europe to fight? He said the earth is our turf. So location's not a problem. And money's not a problem. What's the excuse? Then we start hearing about mandatories. What? Devin fights his mandatory next. You know what's going to happen? They're going to say he ducked the people on his list. Devin can't win for losing. That's why he don't pay attention to y'all dumbasses. That's why he don't talk. That's why Bill does the talking. Because while he's talking, he's pissing y'all off. And where's Devin? In the gym. See how that works? And y'all can't stand it. Devin ain't on social media like all day. You in or around his weight division and you have a good win, he's on Twitter. Yeah, that's good. What's up? Isn't that what Tank Davis is supposed to be doing? Go! Nah, you know what Tank Davis does? You have a good win and, oh, you ain't shit. All right, what's up, Tank? Aha, your mother. That's Tank's method of operations. Devin's for real. Yeah, good win. What's up? Oh, nah, Dev, you got to come back down to 35 or we got to catch weight or we got to do it. We have to have it at home because, man, shut up. Y'all dudes is trash. I've never seen this in my life, bro. I've never seen this in my life. When Floyd Mayweather was at the top of his game, they had something called the Floyd Mayweather sweepstakes. But at least cats wasn't in there. Like, when they got in there, they tried to beat him. Oh, we getting a payday? I'm going to try and beat him. Who's next? With Devin, it's the opposite. There's money in fighting him, and there could be a lot of notoriety, a big prize in beating him because he's hated. Not for the reasons why Floyd is hated. This kid is hated because he's good. Fuck that. Devin's great. And there's a huge prize in beating him. But it's funny. Nobody wants to do it. That wasn't with Floyd. Floyd, everybody wanted to fight Floyd for the money and for the chance of actually catching him. And it didn't happen. With Devin, y'all say he's this inferior guy, and now there's a pot of gold in fighting him. And bragging rights, like an extreme level of bragging rights. And these niggas don't want to do it? Wait. What? That's why we call him Deebo. You talk a good one, but you don't want it. That's what we used to say around my way. You talk a good one, but you don't want it. You don't want it. So everyone is saying, hey, man, the winner gets Dev. Can I ask you a question? Did Tio say? Now, I asked Tio, and he said, well, it got more motion. So he basically told me I'm fighting Dev after this. Because I asked him, remember this? I asked him. And I asked him, was this a part of your plan? And he said it has more motion now, right? Okay. So Tio's basically told me Devin's next after this Shakur work. Now, after this work, if Shakur wins, and I hope he does, do you trust him to fight Devin? Tim, what up? Do y'all trust him? Give me a yes or a no. And I'm just gonna make this point. Could he have not fought Dev at 135? And here it comes. Somebody gonna put in that 25% isn't shit, and somebody gonna put it in. I'm waiting for you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Should he have not fought Devin at 35? Go ahead and tell me the 25% was robbery. Go ahead and tell me that. I fucking dare you. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not hearing it. Thank you, Snoop. Go follow me on Rumble and Patreon. Somebody's going to say, oh, the 25% was low. I have questions. Y'all taking too long. 25% was perfect for him. Here's why. He's complaining about money. Unbelievable. Here's why. With that fight, what was coming with that fight? It was going to be his first time on pay-per-view. Right? He was getting a chance to fight Devin and become undisputed in one fight. That's 4 belts in one fight. Devin was coming in at a handicap. Remember? He's gonna be drained. Remember that? Rubbing his hands together like Birdman. Remember that? He's gonna be drained. Remember that? I remember that. I didn't like that. I said, shit, he is gonna be drained. And Shakur could outbox this dude, Devin. The handicap was gonna be health-wise. I said, well, there's nothing I could do if Devin chooses to do it. Can't complain. You cannot complain. So 4 belts in one fight. First time on pay-per-view. Devin was going to be drained. Now, I want to talk about 25%. It was to my understanding that 25% was going to, that 25% in reference to that event was going to be his highest payday. I don't remember. I can't deny or confirm. But here's what I'll tell you. You're complaining about money. You haven't even been on pay-per-view yet. You haven't even been on pay-per-view, young man. That's the first thing. The second thing is, Devin didn't complain about taking short money when he went to Australia 2 times, once to win Undisputed, and then going back to defend the Undisputed. Did y'all know financially he was the B-side in that whole thing? He wasn't even the A side when he went back as the champion to defend the straps that he won. Did y'all know that? You know why you don't know about it? Because Devin never complained about it. He just did the work. Small sacrifice. And Shakur wasn't even willing to do that. His pot of gold was big. My brother 503 says, can Devin and Shane actually negotiate like bosses and get a fair deal done? We are the turkey era. Now money isn't a valuable excuse anymore. Hashtag debunked. What do you mean? Can they get a fair deal done? Are you saying that the deal, the 25%, wasn't a fair deal? I think it was a fair deal. Because I'll end that with this. His next fight was against Edwin De Los Santos. Did he make more money versus Edwin that he would have made with Devin? I'm just asking. I don't know how. Y'all know this financial thing is not my thing. BFTB is way better at that. But to me, this was a no-brainer. It's like a chick that don't give head. It's a no-brainer. Boss. 25%, first time on pay-per-view, a shot at 4 belts, and your opponent was going to be dehydrated. And it's a fight that Shakur clearly could have won stylistically. So Devin was sacrificing a lot. You said in Shakur's mind it wasn't fair? Okay. And he didn't take the fight. And what was the result? He fought Edwin De Los Santos on ESPN, free TV, in a stinker, and they showed people leaving the damn arena. That was the trade-off. He chose that. So when we talk about in his mind, he did what he needed to do. Who the GOAT was in BFTV's chat yesterday, and he brushed Shakur's business decisions off as him just being young. What did he say, if I remember correctly? Young and made some mistakes. But still in all, it was a mistake. Not fighting Devin for undisputed at 35, that was a mistake. He was supposed to do that. Because the bigger picture is you sacrifice small, and I don't even think there was any sacrifices there. All the sacrifices was in Devin. But had he had beaten Devin, Devin would have had a loss. And Shakur would have been undisputed at 35 in one fight. And he'd have done it on pay-per-view. And he'd have been a hero to the people that hate Devin. But he said 25% was not enough money. And what I'm saying is, Devin wasn't really concerned about money when it came to getting those belts off of George Kambosos. Yeah, you're right. You're right, brother. Nobody want after what they watched Devin do to Brian Norman, because I still stand by this. Brian Norman is still the problem at 47. In all of those things that they put on Devin, let me say this. Pillow fist, chinny, doesn't want to engage, and a runner. Pillow fist, let's remove chinny. Pillow fist, doesn't want to engage, and is a runner. I just described Shakur to you. And I said that to Eddie Hearn. He talked all that reckless shit about Devin, and then I said, okay, well, how does he compare to Shakur? Uh-oh. Because Shakur's not a knockout artist. They say Shakur has an unexciting style. I don't agree with any of that. With a knockout artist part, yeah, but I don't call him a runner. If no one likes how Shakur fights, then you got to stop him. That's all I ever said. I wasn't the one saying that he's boring. I don't say that. I don't say things like that. When they were showing people leaving on ESPN, I said, man, why they doing this kid like this? When Shakur got in there with Zepeda and he fought in the pocket, I said, okay, you done? You proved you a dog? Y'all remember my post-fight? I said, good. Don't ever fight like that again. Fuck these people, Shakur. You always fight your fight. They're not in there. You are. You don't be taking no punches just to prove you a bad man. Tim Bradley had all of that shit to say. You know what happened? Let me remind y'all youngsters. Tim Bradley beat Manny Pacquiao, and he thought he was emerging as the savior. No. He was met with death threats. They were calling his wife all kinds of fat spicks or whatever she is. It was horrible. Threatening his kids. I was like, oh my God, why are they doing that to him and his family? He gets in the ring against Ruslan Pavatnikov and fought the dumbest fight I ever seen him fight. And I knew he was smarter than that. Ruslan almost killed him, but it was fun to watch, right? You go to a boxing match and a fight breaks out. I said, why is he fighting this guy like this? Ruslan was he's one of those Asian Russian looking dudes from Who Gives a Fuckistan. And he fought this dude in the pocket. Yeah, you proved you was a tough guy, and he got the win. But it was the dumbest fight in the world, man. The dumbest fight in the world. And I said why he did that. You know what he said? He was fighting emotionally because of all of the rhetoric he was facing, all of the racism and everything he was facing. The letters to the house, the emails threatening his kids over the Pacquiao win. And he fought that man 2 more times. In his apology to the world, Manny hits him. He falls on the floor. He starts rolling on the floor, doing somersaults. I'm like, come on, Tim. Come on, Tim. Come on, Tim. That's why this motherfucker running around here on the internet talking crazy about Devin, I'll have none of it. 1 second, y'all. I got to take this call. Sorry, y'all. So Bradley has been a bipolar fighter at the tail end of his career. That's why I'm annoyed with him when he has this crazy opinion about Devin. Devin hasn't done anything for anyone to criticize him about. That's what drives me crazy about this whole thing with Devin. All he wants to do is prove he's the best. He's not saying he's the best and get in line and, nobody wants to see me fight you and you ain't worth nothing and the belts collector. He's not giving you all of that. In fact, the people around him got to hold him down like, yo, bro, no. You're doing too much. Right, whoa. Don't do that. There's a lot of shit y'all don't know that he wanted to do. We're like, whoa, don't do that. Not yet. He is what we want in a fighter. But the fact that he's a legitimate threat to everybody around, that list is big, ain't it? And all of those people on the list have these fan bases. And y'all are looking like, well, how dare he? Yeah, how dare he? You know what? Punch him in the face. Well, I don't like Bill. So what? Punch him in the face. Well, he's pillow-fisted. Good, so when he hits you, it won't hurt. Punch him in the face. Well, yeah, exactly. Shut up, man. These are excuses. Now, I don't care which one of these two jerks win. I want Shakur. No. Let me rephrase that. I want Shakur to win because I don't like Tio. But I don't trust Tio to keep his word. His word doesn't mean dick. Now, Shakur, you already ducked that 35. I never bought that 25% shit. That was ridiculous, bro. 25% was a small sacrifice because the pot of gold will be greater. You beat Devin and take 4 belts and undisputed on pay-per-view, you will be celebrated. So moving forward, you're worth more. You told Devin, no, you fought Edwin De Los Santos for less money and they shit on you. And then you get in the ring with Zepeda and fight in the pocket to prove a point to some people that don't care about you anyway? You see that? Hashtag Tim Bradley. Come on, Shakur. You start waving the Boricua flag. And all I said was, yo, what's that? I said, oh, that's right. He's on Top Rank. They don't fuck with black fighters like that. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to cater to the Latino crowd because his dad is Puerto Rican. Okay, I get it, man. I get it. Marketing, I get it. But I seen the play. I ain't lying on the kid. Drew, come on, man. I'm not lying on the kid. Let me ask you a question. Why is he not waving that flag now? Uh-oh. Listen, I was right up on him at the presser. I didn't see it. I was looking for a wristband, a little ring, the beaded necklace with the Puerto Rican flag on it. He didn't even have that on. So he's black again. See what I mean? I said, man, he's pimping the audience, man. Don't do that. Be proud. Be proud. You didn't grow up like that, man. Do you even speak Spanish? Why are you pimping the audience? Don't do that. You knew Top Rank don't want to promote black fighters. Nobody likes your style. I do, but nobody likes your style. They show people leaving the arena when you were fighting at home, by the way. How do you rectify this? Marketing. Try and tap into the Boricua audience. And I got offended for two reasons. You're pimping the Puerto Rican audience. And what? Black support ain't enough? We're never enough. We spend the most money, but we're never enough. I can't stand you knuckle draggers sometimes. I swear to God, bro. S. Walker in that super chat, salute to you, brother. He says, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Shaqap say the Devin fight was for money, but when his bluff got called, he ran to the money excuse? Yo. Shakur, all these dudes, when it came to Devin, have legitimately contradicted themselves. Legitimately. Everybody on that list has done something that made me scratch my head and say, what's wrong with them? S. Walker, do you remember, I'll give you an example of that. When Loma finally agreed to fight Devin, you remember when he tried to make the fight during Ramadan? Now, why the fuck would he try to do that? He wanted an advantage. We called it out. We said, hey, look, why is he trying to do it on? I laughed. I said, why is he trying to do it on Ramadan? He knows what he's doing. But nobody said anything. They were ready to say, no, Devin's ducking. Devin's ducking. Mook underscore, salute. Dion, what up? Louis Hanton, MXC, salute. Hard win, salute, brother. Y'all, listen, he tried to make the fight on Ramadan. Y'all know what that is? During a religious stretch, he tried to make the fight during Ramadan, where the Muslims don't eat from sun up to sundown. They don't even drink water. They're fasting. He tried to make the fight during Ramadan. That ain't make the news? Tiafimo with his bullshit. Shakur with his bullshit. Boots, I'll fight you at 52. He said, man, I just got the 47. And I'm fighting this killer that you didn't fight. Uh-oh. Forgot about that? Devin fought the killer that Boots didn't fight. And I'm not talking about who's right or who's wrong. I'm saying the fight didn't happen. It was there and it didn't happen. That's what I'm saying. Wow. All of these things. Why y'all hate Devin again? I don't get it. I don't get it. You ask these assholes, what do you want in a fighter? You know what you know what they're going to say first, right? You know what they're going to say first? Well, I like the knockout. The way he stalks. Okay. You're talking about Tank. Okay, so don't you want to see him beat his contemporaries? First of all, most Tank fans don't know what the word contemporary even means because they're very uneducated. And once you explain to them what a contemporary is, you ask them to name his contemporaries. They might say Shakur. They're They're going to skip Tiafimo. They're going to say, oh, well, he beat Ryan. Ryan was never his contemporary, bro. Ryan's a glorified marketing scheme. And they just like how that kid looks, which is gay in itself. And then when you say Devin, they're going to suck their teeth like girls. Man. Devin ain't got no chin. Okay. Devin's pillow fisted. Okay. Bill be lying. Okay. So knock him out then.
What?
That's all I'm saying. Everything you said Devin, you basically told me Devin is a marketing scheme and he's inferior to your boy Tank. So beat him up. There was money in it. There was bragging rights in it. And plus you think Tank could do it. This is a Tank fan's logic. Who wins between Devin and Tank? Tank! By knockout. Okay, so fight him. Devin too big. But who wins in the fight? Tank by knockout. So fight him. Devin too big. And you could literally do that all day with them. I look at Tank fans as the nigga kicking his hat down the street while trying to pick it up. He goes to pick it up and he kicks it by accident. Then he goes to pick it up again, he kicks it by accident. And he's doing that shit all day. You can't pick up your hat? That's a Tank fan. Who wins between Tank and Devin? Tank by knockout. We'll fight him. He's too big. What they say in the UK? Get fucked. Get fucked. Mook underscoring that super chat salute, brother. He says, issue is that boxers don't want to box anymore. They want to fight. And they know Dev is going to provide you with a boxing match. That's part of the reason. And Devin will also fight you. He proved that. Against everyone's better judgment. Against his better judgment. He did it with Ryan, who's overweight and cheating. But the rounds that Devin won, he outboxed him. And y'all look at highlights of that fight. And it's funny how history gets altered. When that last bell sounded, I was in press row. Myself, Champ Side, Marco. I think there was a guy from Fight Hype sitting in front of me. We all looked around. I said, how y'all got it? I had it a draw, and I thought I was bugging. Everybody had it a draw. But we say, yo, Ryan got this because he won the drama of the fight. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Y'all want to talk to me about the knockdowns, right? How y'all got Devin in a draw when he got knocked down 3 times in that fight? How you have it a draw? He got knocked down 3 times, right? It's not a draw. Some of y'all said, oh, he lost because he got knocked down 3 times. And I said, nah, well, the rounds he didn't get knocked down, then he won. But the fact that there was like 3 10-8 rounds, I had it a draw. Okay. How the fuck does Deontay Wilder fight Tyson Fury the first time? He's the champion, knocks that motherfucker down twice. There was 2 10-8 rounds. 2 10-8 rounds. Got a draw. What was the split? What was the split? If it's 6 rounds to 6 with 2 10-8 rounds, Deontay wins that fight. But y'all accepted that draw. Years later, there's 3 10-8 rounds. And those rounds, if I remember correctly, I got my card in front of me. That might be incorrect, but I know Devin was down 3 times in that fight. And those are the only rounds I gave Ryan. Devin outboxed him the rest of the fight. And I scored it a draw. And y'all said, no, Ryan won. How can this be? You accept one and not the other. No, I'm sorry. You accept both. And both are completely different. Allah's the perfect planner is what Devin said. God don't put no weight on your shoulders that he don't feel you're prepared to handle. And Devin handled it like a boss. We found out what we found out. Just Spark, Hannibal, salute. That's what it was, Gerard. It was twice in round one. We found out what we found out, and justice was served to a degree. And that's when I knew the hatred for Devin was something different. It was no longer about boxing. You guys just hate this kid. It was no longer about boxing. I said, hold on. He came in overweight. They agreed to fight. We want to do that? Let's do that. But then when you found out that this kid cheated, I said, oh, man, nah. You would think the boxing world would have gotten together and say, nah, this cheating shit is whack. But y'all sided with that kid. And then he goes on a racist meltdown. And y'all still sided with that kid and say, you know what? With that aside, because this is what niggas do. We always put shit aside. That aside, we saw what we saw. It's called a performance enhancement drug. If it didn't do anything, why the fuck is it in this system? Oh, but Ostarine does nothing for fighters. And why the fuck is it on the ban list? And have you read what Ostarine does? It's a ped. Please shut up. All of these doctors, these internet doctors popping up. Oh, no, it didn't help. I don't know. Yeah, well, it was only 1/1000th of a gram. Stupid. You can't inject 1/1000th of a gram. There's no way to measure it. And putting an IV in your goddamn body was against the rules. He was literally on DAZN with an IV. Do y'all remember that? Rachel hit me up. She says, you see this? I said, yeah. Did the rules change? She says, no, he's not supposed to be doing that. So he's trying to flush what he had in his system. And I heard there was a bit of nandrolone in it, but they couldn't substantiate that to the point. But they went with the Ostarine because that wasn't supposed to be in there in the first fucking place. Lord knows what else he was on. Because he was performing a flush and nobody wanted to fucking talk about it. Y'all simpletons tried to keep it simple and say, hey, man, you know, it don't matter because it was the skills and people have fought people on steroids all the time. Yeah, some people win, some people lose. Oscar De La Hoya beat up and stopped Fernando Vargas, and then Fernando Vargas popped dirty. But that's Oscar's situation. There are people that have gotten beaten to death. We don't know if Subadel Matias was on juice when he killed that man in the ring. We don't know. Miguel Cotto got beat up by Margarito because he had bricks in his goddamn gloves, but we can't, he was never caught for that. Even when we zoomed in on the wraps after he beat him, you could see that there was some shit going on with his hand wraps there, but he wasn't caught. But when he tried to do that to Shane Mosley, rest in power to brother Nas, he caught him. And then we just put two and two together. You said, wait a minute, that's why Miguel's face look like that. Now, why is it that we can give Miguel Cotto all of that courtesy? Why is it that we can extend all that courtesy to fucking Miguel Cotto and not to Devin Haney, and Ryan got caught cheating? This era of fan is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. When Deontay Wilder said one face, one name, y'all laughed at him because you didn't like him. He's too dark. He's from the deep south. I don't like how he speaks English. And y'all accepted this brown-skinned Dodonis from the UK over our homegrown champion that got it out the mud, who's not even supposed to be fighting at heavyweight. I've watched y'all fans for years now. And y'all ain't shit. Ryan Garcia going on racist tirades. Teofimo, whichever monkey wants the banana. And y'all accept this. I don't accept your opinion about boxing. I don't accept your rationale for why you don't like Devin Haney. I don't accept any of it. You hate Devin. You hate Deontay. You hate Errol. And all I see is the work. All I see is the work. You hate yourself. And I ain't got time to hate you. I just point out the train wreck that you are and say, hey, look at your ass. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at what you're celebrating. Look at what you're supporting. That's what I do. That's what I do. D-E-W. We have an absolute instant classic in Devin Haney. And y'all choose to follow guys like Teofimo. Y'all choose to follow guys like Ryan Garcia. Y'all choose to follow guys like Tank Davis. Day 7, he's still on the run. I don't trust Teofimo to keep his word and say, I'm fighting Devin next. They're not even at 47. They're going to try and catch weight Devin. And I'm telling you right now, Devin's not compromised. Well, I'm going to say that now unless something changes. I don't think he's compromising on weight anymore. Him compromising got that Ryan Garcia shit to happen. And it wasn't appreciated. No one appreciated the effort. No one appreciated what he does. So he's doing for himself now. And look at what y'all accepting over someone that's actually getting shit done. Y'all accept Teofimo. Y'all accept Ryan Garcia. Y'all even accept Shakur, who could have fought Devin and possibly beaten him at 135 and gotten 4 belts. And y'all want to talk about money. Did Devin talk about money when he went to Australia 2 times? Did y'all even root for him? Hey, I want him to beat George. Why? Because when he come back, he could fight Shakur. No. When he was going over there, y'all niggas were saying, I hope he lose. That's what y'all niggas were saying. Y'all niggas were saying that. While rooting for Ryan. While rooting for Teo. While talking about all these people that could beat Devin. But Devin puts out a motherfucking list. And the only person that answered it was that king from Atlanta, Brian Norman Jr. The only one. Everyone else got a goddamn excuse. Eddie Hearn is hiding his champion from Devin right now. And y'all not making no noise. Y'all saying, no, man, Catterall, he's the man, though. Devin's ducking him. First of all, get Devin and Duck out your fucking name. Get it out your mouth. He's trying to give y'all quality. Not to say that Catterall's not quality, because he is. Catterall's a dog. But I don't see him beating Devin. And he is the man, though. But Devin's trying to give y'all the name fights that you say you want. It's not his fault. It's those niggas' fault. So if they continue to duck, he's going to fight as mandatory. Now watch this. What if Devin says, nah, I'm trying to make this other fight right here, man. I'm going to drop that belt. Let Catterall have it. Y'all going to call him a duck. And realistically, it will be a duck. Because he ducked his mandatory. But if he's ducking his mandatory to give you a Shakur fight, then that's what it is. Now, if Devin says, man, I'm dumping the belt, why are you ducking Jack Catterall? Well, belts collect dust. Belts don't pay the bills. Belts don't matter. Y'all gonna call him a duck. But when Shakur says some shit like that, when Tank says some shit like that, it's acceptable. You guys are the most bipolar, uneducated, willingly, if that, I can't get the word out. Y'all are dumb by choice. I can't tell you anything about Devin because you have your mind made up. That's why I don't argue with you fools. That's why when niggas come up here, yo, drop the link. I'm not going to argue with you about Devin because all I see is the work. And it was on that list, there was nothing but space and opportunity. Now, why is it that a motherfucker on that list, for example, I can't fight Devin, I'm about to fight my mandatory. Well, fighting Devin is more money. Y'all want to talk about money, right? Fighting Devin's more money. Especially now, Turkey Al Sheikh got into the mix. Was there not 50 mil on the table for him versus Tank? And what did Tank say? I'm not going down there because Devin is his man, and I'm on your side. And give me 2 Ferraris, Baltimore. It's a duck. Mellow Yellow ducked. Mellow Yellow ducked because he's afraid of getting his ass whooped. He said it. What's your biggest fear? He didn't say nothing. He said losing. And I'll be damned. Mind Yours says, stop the BS acting like Kerr is scared. He is scared. And he been whooping Dev and Spawn. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Devin been whooping his ass and Spawn. As a matter of fact, Mind Yours, I know you're a troll, so you're about to get hit in the head. It's on YouTube. Devin was sparring with him, and Core quit and said, I'm tired. It's on YouTube. Look it up. Look it up. And when when Shakur said, I'm not about that life, he said, fuck it. I dropped the belt, and he went up and whooped on Regis Prograis. And by the way, niggas picked Regis Prograis to knock Devin out too. So mind yours. You need to mind yours. I know you flossing your teeth with Shakur's pubic hair, and don't mind me because I'm rooting for Shakur to whoop T.O.'s ass because I trust him to fight Devin next more than I trust motherfucking Teofimo Lopez. Some dude named Abel. Dude, you know why I'm not listening to you? You have a Latino world order avatar. I'm really not interested in shit you got to say. So why don't I just ban you right here? Dude, I'm not talking about sparring, mind yours. Y'all niggas want to talk about sparring. Y'all will never lose. Y'all will never win that argument. Devin whooped Tank's ass in sparring. In fact, Tank got his ass whooped by Dev, Brian Norman, Elijah Pierce. Who else? Everybody kicked Tank's ass in sparring. That wanted to smoke with him on a pro level. He didn't do it. So get off sparring with Shakur. He beat his ass. But I know at 35, Devin wanted to smoke, and Shakur said no. Bottom line, mind yours. Now, I want Shakur to win. But these two idiots are supposed to be fighting Devin. The topic is, does the winner fight Deebo Dev? That's all I want to know. So mind yours, you're saying yes, right? Cool, we'll see. Nigga, don't come in my chat firing shots. Respect my motherfucking platform and you won't get disrespected. This ain't the place for you. Trust me. I got too many wrenches here. And you're late. Why Dev ain't fight Shakur? Why Shakur ain't fight Dev when Dev pressed him? This is easy work. Now, nigga, I'm not hearing no shit about no purse bid or nothing. All he had to do was say yes. You know what, mind yours? Why the fuck did Shakur go to the pool party with Devin, right, at the pool party, and sent bottle service saying, sign a contract? What contract? So Shakur's a liar. I called Bill and said, yo, y'all got a contract? He said, what contract? Never mind. Look at that video. He said, man, this kid, y'all niggas always conveniently see shit the way it's supposed to suit your agenda. Y'all like to talk about what he deserves. You want to talk about more money? He ain't deserve that. What more money he wanted? He ain't deserve that. You know what he was getting? Mind yours. You know what he was getting? A shot at 4 belts with 1 fight on pay-per-view, and Devin was going to be drained. He said that. His words, not mine. He was going to be drained. And 25% wasn't enough. I didn't hear Devin say, hey, man, I'm taking short money, but I got to go to Australia to win undisputed. And if I win, I got to defend it over there. Y'all don't want to talk about how he took short money going over there and doing that, right? But Shakur, he wasn't asking Shakur to fight him in the Bay. He went to Bob Arum. Bill went to Bob Arum and said, yo, we want to sign for 1 more fight. Was it 1 or 2? I forget. For Shakur. Bob said no. They went around him and dealt with Shakur directly, and directly, here's where it got him. Talking with him directly, here's where it got him. Shakur, 25%. That's not enough money. What? Okay, cool. So mind yours, you know what he did after that? He fought Edwin De Los Santos in a stinker. ESPN's words, not mine. I defended Shakur. I didn't say, hey man, don't rip him for that fight. Don't rip him for that Edwin De Los Santos fight. Edwin couldn't cut off the ring. That was a phenomenal performance. That's what I said. I said, if you don't like what Shakur does, stop him. No one could do it. So you duck Devin, get mad at him because he can't make 35 anymore. He tried to break bread with Shakur. You duck Devin. Devin drops the belts. He moves up to 40, gets another belt, and Shakur's still not undisputed at 35. Please explain. Please explain. Prez, you're dumb late. Don't even start. Exercise your right to remain silent, young man. What you think you're going to talk about, I covered an hour ago. See money, Bed-Stuy in the building, Brooklyn. Salute to Bed-Stuy. Do or die, Bed-Stuy. Always some nigga in here with excuses. It's okay to be a Shakur fan, but keep it a buck with him. All he had to do was say yes. Y'all want to argue money. Devin over here doing deals, short-term deals with demons. Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn. When he's with them, he's the best thing since sliced bread. When he moves on, he's terrible. But when he spuns the block and come back with belts, money, and actually something to lose, which is another belt, they're taking their fighters and moving them away from Devin. Why? And then when you leave it up to the goddamn fighters, they got excuses. Tio got excuses. Since 2018, he has excuses. I don't trust him. If he beats Shakur, I don't trust him to fight Devin. If Shakur beats Tio, do you trust him to fight Devin? Or is he going to start talking some out of space shit? When I'm saying, hey, make the fight. Make the motherfucking fight. And if the fight's not made, you know what I know? Y'all going to blame Devin. Devin, he should have came down to 143. Get fucked. There's going to be some dumb shit. Shakur's already talking about, I'll put a weight clause on Devin. Why? But in the same breath, weight don't matter. But y'all trust Shakur. The reality is, y'all, I don't trust either one of these niggas. I don't. They're going to have to make me a believer. Prez motherfucker purse bid. Devin was the A side in that negotiation, and he was already giving up everything. 4 belts, weight. Shakur was going to be on pay-per-view. Devin was at the disadvantage at that. He still said no. So he said, fuck it, I'm moving on. Why is it that your favorite fighter is allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do, but when Devin exercises his A side, it's the worst thing since 9/11? Prince, what up? Y'all just hate this young man. And that's okay, because all I see is the work. There's a list. There is a list. And the only person that said, I'm your Huckleberry, was Brian Norman Jr. I salute that young king. Don't make me say it. Fuck it, I'm going to say it. Everybody else on that list is pussy. There, I said it. Brian Norman Jr. is a real one. And I'm not just saying that. He was dangerous from round 1 all the way to round 12. He was dangerous. At any point, he could have hit Devin with some shit and changed the fight. That's how strong that young man is. Everybody else don't even want to get in the fucking ring. Right now, Devin's trying to become unified. Right now, Devin is trying to be unified. And Eddie Hearn is taking his fighters and moving them around. And I'm hearing shit about Jack Catterall. Devin will fight him if he have to, but understand this. He'll fight him if he has to. But he's trying to fight the names that y'all say y'all want to see. Now, I'm going to point this one out and I'm going to get out of here. Devin's getting paid on these cards. A lot of money. Y'all worried about whether he's a main event or not, but he's the highest paid. But if these contemporaries, he knows they're his contemporaries, if they're dicking around and fighting each other or pump faking towards Devin and not fighting him, if they do everything but get into the ring with Devin, that is just what was being done to the brothers on the Black Murderers Road. They were being frozen out of opportunities and made to fight each other. This is something different. There's money and status in fighting Devin, and these guys just, they don't want to sacrifice. There's something about, they don't want to lose to Devin, bro. From kitty cats like Teofimo Lopez, all the way to people that were alleged killers like Subriel Matias. Remember he was a killer? Remember when Bill pulled up on me and said, yo, we trying to get that fight? You remember he pulled up on my stream? We trying to get that fight. I said, oh, shit. And what did T. Matias say? He broke. He had fixed. He had to fix. 2 weeks we call you, or 2 weeks we fly you to Arizona. He broke. I said, okay. Remember that in 2024? I had a big old countdown. Remember that? Longest 2 weeks in the world. Remember that? Yeah, said Mark. They it's still cool, but he right now he's in the process of getting a new head trainer. Said Mark with Brian Norman Jr. He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be all right. Bottom line is this: Devin Haney's doing everything, and your favorite fighter, whether it's T.O., whether it's Shakur, whether it's Boots, I don't give a fuck. Gary Russell, I don't care who it is. Gary Russell Jr., Gary Anton Russell, I don't care. Everybody on that list that did not respond is scared of Devin Haney. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Everybody on that list is a pussy except Brian Norman Jr. Yep. Y'all talk a good one, but y'all don't want it. Your guy this, your guy that. He could do this, he could do that. well, there was nothing but space and opportunity to do it. And every time Devin name come up, I'm hearing about size. But he pillow-fisted. I'm hearing about size. But he too big, but he's chinny. He's pillow-fisted. He got PTSD. And nobody's fighting him. Guess what? Let's say I wasn't a Devin Haney fan. I would still be looking at this the same way. Wait a minute. He's this, he's that. Wait, hold on. Why no one fighting him then? That would be my question. He's chinny. Okay, he ain't got no chin. Okay, well, he don't punch hard. Okay, he don't punch hard. What you mean he's too big? That shouldn't matter. Doesn't your man got knockout power though? Wait a minute. What's going on here? Niggas want to come in here and start talking about purse bits. I'm not hearing none of that. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Could they afford? Yes. Devin got to concede to everybody's nonsense. He got to concede to everyone's nonsense. Why they get the lollygag? Man, listen, Shakur wasn't the A side in that situation, man. Shut up. He was supposed to take that. He running up on George Kambosos after he got a gift against Maxie Hughes. Yeah, I'll beat you. His father said, take 25%. You should have took the, matter of fact, you know what? I can show you better than I could tell you. I made a short video. Y'all make y'all mad now. Now I'm going to make y'all mad. Y'all done got me started.
Say it one more time.
Yeah. Now I'm going to make y'all mad. Because I did this to be a jerk. Now I make y'all mad.
Take 25%.
You should have taken 25%, but you know what? Just keep taking 25%. Come on, we love this guy.
Should have took it, Shakur.
You mad? Y'all mad? Y'all mad? I did that on purpose. I'm outside. I'm really outside, y'all. So to the fella that was talking shit in the chat, I'm really outside. I'm really outside. I'm really outside, mind yours. I'm really outside. I'm really out in the trenches. I'm from the trenches. He from the trench. Yeah, I'm outside. Abel, LWO, Latino World Order. Yeah, I'm outside. I'm actually in the mix. You're new here. I live what you talk. Let me find something else. Oh, yeah, y'all really gonna get mad at this. That's all right. I don't mind pissing the haters off this morning. I don't mind pissing y'all off. At all. This is after the smoke session of Ramirez.
Trying to play for the Yankees, man. You pitching shutouts, brother.
Come on now. That's what we do.
Untouched.
It's a shutout.
Pitching shutouts, exactly. Yeah.
Easy work.
Untouched. I ain't word.
Y'all mad? That's okay. That is okay. I got some more. Do I have to go on Conor Ben? Nah, that's too easy. Y'all want me to play when Shakur said what he said about Conor Ben? Give me a second. Hold on. I'm looking for this what you call it with when Shakur tried to press George Kambosos after the Maxie Hughes fight. He said, take 25%. That was funny as hell. I'm looking for it. Give me a second. I got a lot of work. I have what you call a catalog. of work, a catalog of work. Yeah. Give me a second. I'm looking for it. He said, take 25%. It's funny as hell. Damn, I can't find it. I think I passed it. Hold on. Love pissing the haters off. Because y'all don't know shit about boxing. Y'all know the fighter that lives on your block. That's what you know. That's a shame. I keep saying this. All I see is the work. Now, motherfuckers came up in here shooting shit up. But that same nigga that said that, more than likely, he ain't got shit to say about Teofimo when he went on his racist tirade. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me pit stop right here for a minute. Since I'm pissing off haters. Because y'all clowns is new here. Y'all clowns is new here. Y'all clowns is new here. So allow me to introduce myself. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is me and my brother Deontay.
I'm sitting there to this day. Still to this day. Hey, ain't going nowhere. It's always to this day. Working. Hell yeah. Thank everybody coming out, man. It's a beautiful day. Y'all ain't here to make it beautiful day.
Yo, sidebar, y'all. I was like, man, because when I meet fighters, I size them up. I'm not a small guy. I'm like, man, I'm heavier than Deontay. How the fuck? And I gave him a pound. I said, oh. I felt it in his hands. I said, this nigga's strong as fuck. My God. And magically, it makes sense. I can't find the George Kambosos. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? You know, I ain't gonna break my neck looking for it. I'm probably passing it because I'm looking so fast. But we can go to videos, and I'm sure I could find a Shakur video where your man was talking about Conor Ben, and I interviewed him. To you guys that are out that just in the chat talking shit. Yeah, I'm actually at these places talking to these fighters. Oh, here we go. Got it right here. Here we go.
Have you?
Let's talk about it.
You and Keyshawn actually talked about those rankings since they came out?
No, I ain't talking about it. Bro, I can't blame it. Here's the thing, like all of this stuff going on behind closed doors with these high-powered peoples and they making these high-powered decisions. I can't blame the fighters for that. So what is there even to talk about? What I'm gonna say, Key? There's nothing to talk about. That's my brother at the end of the day. I'm proud of him. I'm happy to where he's at because I done seen where he came from. So truthfully, I'm not caught up in that shit. That shit is what it is, but y'all know like I know what it is.
You know, your thoughts on to overlook Zepeda, the turkey called and say you got your eye on Tank. What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport. If he choose that over fighting with me.
Oh, by the way, fuck Rolly Romero too. Y'all already know why. Fuck him. He a sucker. Speaking of ducks.
I'm the best fighter in the squad. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if you won't call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
We got the rematch announced today with him and Lamar Roach. I think August 16th.
They announced it today?
So what do you think, considering you were...
Yeah, it announced the Roach rematch, which was cap. But anyway.
One of the handful of people to pick Lamar Roach, giving him a tough fight. What do you
I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamar. I think Lamar is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So you better be on his A game.
You really mean that you want to move up to 154 and fight?
I asked 2 questions at the same time. I ain't get shit y'all.
Yeah, you know what I noticed? Shakur don't like talking to the media in this type of forum. He had a very bad attitude. So I just film it and I let people talk. I really didn't want to talk to him because the worst thing in the world for an athlete to do would be to snap at me because I'm a man first. And not only will I get the barking on you, but I'll bark on you with facts and call you out on your bullshit. So I'll just stand there, I was just filming. And now the question was asked about him and Conor Ben. Listen to what he says.
You really want to move up to 154 after this fight and fight in Conor Ben?
Yo, you know, I kind of said 154. I probably was stretching it.
Remember he said he fight Conor at 54? Remember that? Now he backtracking.
154, but I'll fight him at 147. 147, me and Conor could get it in.
147, me and Conor could get it in. Okay? Why do you think I have that video? Because sooner or later, something's going to change. You see that? He'll fight him at 47. Devin at 47 right now. He talking about if I fight Devin, I'm going to need a weight clause. Y'all trust this kid? I'm just asking. Y'all trust him? You can trust him all you want. You could trust him because you from Jersey. You could trust him because you like his hair. He's one of those niggas with that good hair. You could trust him because he got the gap in his teeth fixed. You could trust him for whatever the reason. You could trust him because you simply hate Devin, want to see him outbox Devin. But my question's not going to change. Do you trust him? How could I believe what you say when I see what you do? I'll fight Conor Ben at 47. We're going to fight Devin? Yeah, but we're going to need a weight clause. But wait a minute. Conor Ben is the cheater. Eggs. Remember that? Conor Ben is the cheater. You ain't talking about doing shit. Yeah, I made my point, man. I don't trust either one of these guys. I'm rooting for Shakur to win because I don't like this motherfucking Teofimo racist Lopez. And by the way, to the dude with the Latino World Order avatar, fuck you very much. What was your name? Abel? Before I get out of here, let me go to your channel. Yeah, he's a real channel, but he ain't got no content. So you're a coward. Stand on it. Your thoughts on Teofimo Lopez racist outburst. You guys are shipwrecked. I know what I know. And if you're new here, welcome to the Strong House. I'm not shooting from the hip. My opinions come from facts. And yes, I'm outside. I talk to these guys. I'm well connected. You aren't. You're driven by raw emotion because you have an unconditional love or unconditional hatred for a particular fighter. Well, it's a little bit of both. It's not either or, it's both. Your unconditional hatred for this fighter makes you unconditionally root against everything that's supposedly that's supposed to stand against him. But here's a surprise. Devin will fight everybody. That's why when I read that article, I wish I could find it because it was on Boxing News 24. The writer said, in order for Devin to reach the pinnacle of high status in boxing, he has to fight these names. I saw Tank on there. I saw Shakur on there. I saw Boots on there. And this was when Devin was at 140 now. And here's where it got strange. I saw David Benavidez on there. I saw Canelo on there. I saw Bud on there. I was like, wait a fucking minute. He got to do all of this? What does Tank have to do? Get another tattoo on his forehead? My gosh. Unbelievable.
What are you, a homo?
Probably y'all are.
Nigger.
Salute to everybody in the Venmo, Zelda Cash after Super Chat. I'll get my day started. You already know what time it is, man. It's DHP all day over here. I support fighters that put in the work. Bomb Squad, Man Down, DHP, the litness of other people. But the list ain't that big. And speaking of list, if your favorite fighter's on Devin's hit list, do something about it. Don't talk to me about money, anything else. Devin wasn't complaining about money. He put in the work and the money came later. We got J-Lo, Triller. You lose the goddamn fight. And now everybody's racist. That's your boy Tiafimo. He's gonna be drained. You ain't fight him. I need more than 25%, nigga. You ain't get it. Devin went on to fight Regis Prograis on pay-per-view. You fought Edwin De Los Santos and they shit on you. You want to talk to me about business decisions? Please have a nice hot cup of shut the F up. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.